Desire is a living power that when I fuse with it, it changes my identity. And I wanted to just mention 4 practices. Desire is that urging within us of the unexpressed possibility. That's what it is. There is an unexpressed possibility in you, and it is urging to be expressed with and through us. We've got this creative power in us, just like a seed in the ground. When I say that urging for more, when you plant a seed, and what happens? It starts to grow, starts to break out, starts to express what's in it. We have that, this growth and expression and expansion looking to happen. Our desire is so unique. It's an idea that we're in love with. It's always good. What do I really want? We live in a world where there's lots of things you can have. So what do I really want? What really resonates with me in my heart of hearts? And you know when you find it, because you don't go and ask people what they think. This thing I will do. And our pure desire feels good, very strong, very clear. That's where it starts. We dream of a better condition in any area of our life. It could be relationship, could be in our finances, in our friends and family, could be in our health. We're dreaming of better conditions, and that gives our thought direction. And that's how we start to discover our desires. What do I really desire? What's the better conditions I want? I would suggest, even when it's a physical thing that we want, might be money, might be a house, might be a job, it's actually the feeling that we're desiring. Because we believe that by having this, I will feel better. So desire actually always boils down to, I have a feeling that I desire to experience. I like using this method in relationships. When I was looking for a partner, I wrote the list of what they wanted them to have and be, and I met somebody very quickly like that, and they weren't my person. They had all the checklists ticked, but they were not my person. Now, that showed me that it wasn't the stuff that I wanted, it was the feeling I wanted. And so I started doing my list. For those of you that are single out there and thinking, okay, how do I find a partner? Start making a list of how you desire to feel in that relationship. And then you work it backwards. I want to feel respected, heard, loved. I want to feel loving, all the things you want to feel. And then you can start thinking to yourself, when do I feel that feeling? What might happen in this relationship that I would be feeling that? So you work backwards from that. Because the better that we desire, the things, the more that we are desiring, there is something that's going to satisfy that. Do you understand that? We have a desire, and its correlation is its fulfillment. Wherever there's desire, there is fulfillment. Desire is a cause, fulfillment is the effect. And so there is something required for that satisfaction. If I'm thirsty, I desire water, not for the water's sake, but because then it will quench my thirst. So I won't be thirsty anymore, and then I'll feel better. So ask yourself, what's the feeling I want to have when my desire is satisfied? It's a good thought to dig around in what we have as our goals, our visions, our purpose. What's the feeling that I want to have at its satisfaction? When I'm living it, how do I imagine I'll feel? When we think about the feeling that you want in the satisfaction of your goals, of your desires, thoughts will come to you as you are describing that, even, because that's the law of attraction. As you start to get tangibly aware of, these are the feelings that I want in the fulfillment of my desire, you will start to receive thoughts. It's coming from inside of you. Your desire is your creative power. It gets you moving, not only in your thoughts, yes, in your actions too. It's your creative power, the effort of the unexpressed possibility. And if we will just see it as life, it's life wanting to express with and through you. You've been chosen for this desire. We want to direct our desire because it is powerful. Desire, your desire, and its fulfillment are bound together. Every desire has a fulfillment. Desire is a living power that when I fuse with it, it changes my identity. This is a quote from Neville Goddard. He says, "An assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact." Now that's a lawful statement. If I will persist in the assumption of who I believe myself to be, and we fuse with that, we feel the reality of it. And again, Neville Goddard says, when you do this and live consciously in that feeling state, life's adventure begins. Man, that's true. If you fuse with something, have you ever done that? Ironed on something to a patch or something, and you can't separate them. They become one. We've got to fuse with our desire. Become it. We've got to step up to it. And if we'll allow ourselves to feel the fullness of our desire, that stepping up will be easy. It will be. When we are focused on and allowing ourselves to fuse with that desire, you will just naturally go there. And I wanted to just mention 4 practices that we can do, and they were outlined right there. The first is to pay attention to the way you feel. Be aware of how you feel. That's the step number 1. You then, step 2, choose the thoughts. We can do that no matter what's going on around us. Stay aligned is step number 3. So you're aware of the way you feel, you choose your thoughts, then you stay aligned with the having of it. That is a practice. We want to hear it, we want to see it, smell it, taste it, touch it. If you can build your end scene of your desire with all those vivid sensory factors, that is good. It helps you to feel it, to get into, to fuse with it. So that's the 3 steps. And the 4th practice isn't really our work, but I wanted to mention it because it is that the things you desire will come gently and easily into your experience. So if you're finding that it's a real trying time, take a step back and pay attention to how you feel. Choose your thoughts. Align yourself. See yourself, hear yourself. Align yourself with it and allow the gentle and easy. I always say it's like a cool change. It just moves in. The big things that have happened in my life were like that. If you feel like you're struggling, just take your foot off the gas for a bit and realign yourself. Because your desire says, I am. Our definite purpose is revealed in that moment. I want this, letting it fuse with me. So get on the garb that's going to see you suitable to express your desires. Our desires, the expression of them, will necessitate our growth. We grow because we're producing our desire. The desire won't be produced if we don't grow.